The forest products sector often gets overlooked a bit. I mean, it's worth 2.3 billion to the economy and employs about 12,000 people. And Coillte, as a commercial state enterprise, has a responsibility for 7% of the land area of the country, about 445,000 hectares. But the interesting thing is that's 7%. We were at 7% of total forest cover 30 years ago. It has taken 30 years to get to 12%. And the European average is close to 20. So the whole role of forestry in sequestration of carbon, in the binding up of carbon and wood in particular, is something that I think we will need to keep revisiting. How do we just drive up the planting rates? I think we have to really re-challenge, are we allowing it to go onto any type of land if people want to do it? We've had this debate about unenclosed land and enclosed land. Because if we don't open up those avenues where it becomes really attractive, and of course if you think about it in a carbon value down the road, then maybe it does become very attractive as a countermeasure against the expansion of other sectors. And how does that be a net positive balance for Ireland? How might farmers combine together to put a block of land together that might be offset against other elements of their enterprise that they're trying to grow?
And again, these are the kinds of ideas that come out of discussion groups and so on, I presume, because there were a lot of farmers put off, weren't they, in the past by afforestation. You'd go and plant, you'd tie up a bit of land for, a long period of time, and then, hey presto, when it came to harvest, maybe, the price had fallen. I know there were people running into price problems there and just going, this ain't worth the candle.
Well, at the end of the day, the issue with forestry and the reason it's grant aided is the big payoff in forestry is at the saw log stage, which is the 30-35-year cycle in Irish terms. So in funding people on premiums for the first 20 years, but expanding the nature of the kind of land that will be suitable for that in the definition of what can be planted, I think is something we'll have to grapple with. Otherwise, we will struggle to get over 10 or 11,000 hectares a year in the private sector, which is where we need to be.